Hey guys, this is Nick coming to you with yet another Infinity Kingdom video. This one is episode 4 of our tier list series. This one will cover the Chaos Immortal. Again, the way we're going to do it is more as a free-to-play low spender and mid spender category. I fully understand Chaos Immortal is most of the time out of reach for free-to-play for sure, for low spender and mid spender as well. Mid spender might be able to get one, and that's what we're going to focus on here. We're going to build the tier list as what if at some point I can get one Chaos Immortal? Which one should I go if I only get one ever in the game? So let's take a look at each immortal and put in the tier list. So first, we're going to go with this immortal here, Wukong. So again, reminder, when you're going to look at this list, you're going to see Wukong B tier. Don't go crazy and say, hey, it's a Chaos Immortal, it's Wukong, it's definitely S tier, it's better than most of the other immortal. Yes, he is better than most of the other immortal, but if you're to only get one, is he the one that you want to get? My answer is no. I think he is B tier when it comes to only getting one Chaos Immortal. The reason is, when you look at his skill, he offered decent damage, 600% is really good to all enemy, but it's not the best damage when it comes to a Chaos Immortal. And what he really excel at is going to be the second part of his skill, which is the absolute defense rate and what that provides. He's going to immune the next 3 incoming damage to Wukong, and if the troops is lower, is also going to protect the troop with the highest troop loss. So this is very, very good as a skill when it comes to utility. But if you're only going to get one immortal, you don't want that immortal to be doing 2 things at a decent level when it comes to chaos level. You want them to be doing something extremely well or unique as a chaos immortal. Wukong doesn't give you that. Wukong gives you a bit of damage and a bit of shielding to himself and the troop loss, the one with the highest troop loss. So because of that, I think he only falls into the B tier. You have Anubis. Anubis also falls into the B tier in my opinion. The reason is he is very niche. He is one of the only immortal when it comes to tank that deals damage if well done, if everything aligns. The only really good part I believe to be in his kit is the damage taken increase. The damage taken increase is extremely good, but again, that makes him very niche as a Chaos Immortal. That means he won't be the main character in your march. You will have to put somebody else alongside him that he will be used utility to bring more damage to that immortal. Because of that, I don't think he is the best get into the game when it comes to one Chaos Immortal. So I'm putting him around the same level as Wukong in the B tier. Ares, I think Ares is also very niche. When you look at his skills, he deals decent damage. The Frighten is very good when it comes to preventing barrier. Very, very good in the game. However, when it comes to a attack speed immortal, building a march around a group of people, a group of immortal that is going to excel based off attack speed, because you have somebody like Alex, which is free to play but extremely good in the game at the moment, if you only get one Chaos Immortal, I would not go for Ares. You would basically be building a hybrid march with Alex and Ares at this point, if that's what you want to do. But I don't think that's the best option you have if you're only getting one Chaos Immortal. So I put him into the C tier because of that. I actually think that these two are actually better get. Ninetale, I also put her in the C tier. The reason is they are a better option for sure. But when you look at her skill again, she is a support. So being a support, she would have to do something extremely unique or niche to give you that edge. But that's not what she does. When you look at her skill, she's gonna increase the trigger chance rate, which is decent. She's going to remove bite, serious wound, and dot, so damage over time. The increased trigger chance is decent, but you need to put her in a team that excel on trigger chance, very niche. She's going to heal at a lower amount than most healer, which is only 230% for a Chaos Immortal, is also very low as a whole. So to me, what she does is a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit like Louis, which we spoke about in one of our previous tier lists. Um, but because she is a Chaos Immortal, very expensive to get, very hard to get, I don't think she's someone you want to focus on if you're only getting one or maybe two Chaos Immortal. Apollo, Apollo, I think is the strongest solo carry at the moment, one of the best Immortal in the game. Why is he not S tier? To me, it's because he's harder to get. If he was not as hard to get as some of the other Chaos Immortal, I would definitely put him as tier. But when you look at something like the Battle Pass, which is how most low spender and mid spender is going to obtain their Chaos Immortal, he is not there. He's not available here. Because he's not available here, it becomes extremely harder to get and extremely more expensive to get. And because of that, I don't think he is S tier. Only because of that. Otherwise, when it comes to raw power, raw utility, just one of the best immortal in the game, he would be S tier. Then you have Loki. Loki, I think he is S tier. Loki is an extremely good Chaos Immortal. So when you look at Loki, he deals really good damage at 500%, which is decent. To give you an example, Himiko is at 450, but he also gives you utility. So a little bit like Himiko, he does a lot of things at the same time, but in this case, he does it very well. He is going to increase the ultimate skill damage by 20%, which is really good. And he has a chance to confuse. Now, the confuse it is one of the best things about his kit if it hits. Now, there are a lot of immortal that are going to run skills that is going to prevent that confuse, which will bring him down a little bit when it comes to utility. But overall, I still think he is one of the best immortal when it comes to chaos immortal to get. The other reason is because he is fairly easy to obtain because he will be in the shop when it comes to the battle pass. And he is also available in all of the chests that you might get lucky with and obtain from the events. So because of that, he is, in my opinion, S tier. Then you have Poseidon. Poseidon, I put him S tier, A tier, sorry. The reason he's not S tier is because when you look at his kit, he deals decent damage. He deals continuous damage. He is one of the only immortal that has continuous damage built to his kit. But the other part of his skill is bitten, which targets will be unable to gain shield. Shielding in this game is very strong, but it's not something that is present in all immortal skills. The only skill that you will really, really counter is going to be Energy Shield. Other than that, he's going to also negate Charles shields, but not everybody is going to be running Charles. And not everybody is going to be running a talent that will give you a shield. Most people at the moment, when it comes to tank, are going to run Fearless Stance Some run sturdy barrier, but not enough for you to get max value out of the second part of Poseidon's skill. So because of that, I don't think E is the best option to get when it comes to Chaos Immortal in this option. Then you have Athena. Athena, according to me, she is A tier solely based on the fact that so many marches is running anti-heal. Because she is going to immune your march against anti-healing, I think she becomes A tier just based off that. The reason she's not S tier is because she excel against physical damage. She does a lot better against physical damage team rather than magical. So because of that, she becomes a little bit more niche. But I still think she is a very good immortal, very good get from those boxes, almost one of the best. But because she's not, she's going to fall into the A tier. Personally, I think she's the best A tier to get. Poseidon after. Apollo, because he is so hard to get, I think you need to be medium to big spender to go for Apollo. He's going to fall at the end of the A tier. Now you have Fufei. Last but not least, Fufei, I think, is actually the best get in those boxes in the Chaos Immortal if you only get one. If you look at Fufei, she gives you something unique, and that unique skill is what makes her the best Chaos Immortal option. And that is the immunity. When she is max, she gives you 100% control immunity to the whole team. The only skills that give you control immunity in this game at the moment, except to Faye, is going to be Fighting Master. Fighting Master can only be held by one immortal, so it will only affect that given one immortal. And Fu Fei not only give you this amazing skills that you can only put on one people on all your immortal, she's also going to be healing. Plus, the reason why I think she edged Loki as the only Chaos Immortal to get if you only get one, it's because she is a support. The fact that she is a support means you don't have to max her to specialization 8 before you can use her as your main carry, right? She's not a carry. She is going to give you very good value with Battle Excitation even at level 4 or 5. Whereas Loki, if you put him at a spec level 4 or 5, he is going to give you as much or maybe even less value than a max Himiko or a max Can. So because of that, you want to get Fufei as your only and sole Chaos Immortal because of the uniqueness of her kit. She's going to allow you to put your carry, example Himiko, with 3 damage skill. Right now, if you're running Himiko, most likely you have Fighting Master because you don't want her to be stunned or CC'd. Fufei is going to allow you to put even one more skill, damage skill, on your main carry. So she is extremely good. I think she's the best get when it comes to only getting one Chaos Immortal. So this is the list for the Chaos Immortal. This completes the Immortal tier list, at least at the moment. Hopefully, we're going to have to make new lists because they're going to add new Immortals. But that is the list for the tier list on Immortals. The next video is going to cover another set of uh, things I think is going to be skills. I need to figure that out still. If you have any feedback about the tier list or which tier list I should be hitting next, please feel free to comment in the video. Again, thanks for watching, guys.